Come with me for a walking tour in Makati. We're going to cover the three most popular areas for expats to live in an apartment. And I'll show you some pretty high-end apartments, and also cover some middle-of-the-road, middle-class type apartments, pretty much by Western standards. So let's start the walking tour from my residence in Asia Tower. Unfortunately, the building management has changed their rules, so the rooms in this building are no longer available for short-term rentals. But I'm going to show you some other alternatives where you can still rent the rooms on a short-term basis, daily or weekly. So this is Eaton Parkway Apartments. It's pretty tall. It's 32 stories, and it's on Gamboa Street, right next to two beautiful parks. And Greenbelt 1 is only a couple hundred feet away from this building, and you can do all your grocery shopping, go to good Western style restaurants, and do your social mingling. And on the ground floor of this building there's a big 7-Eleven store. This is an Airbnb apartment, and it has a little kitchenette area here. I don't like the chairs here, but it has a nice view of the parks. This is the Legazpi Village Park down there. They have weekend markets, which I love. I never tried to miss that on Sundays. Oh, I noticed the window is kind of dirty. It was raining here recently. So here's another view of the park, and I can sit outside here on the balcony. It's not very big, but got a couple chairs here, and you got a Manila view here, Manila skyline view, and right over there is Greenbelt with shopping and restaurants and entertainment, nightlife. So this is kind of what you get typically in a modern Western style apartment. It's I think it's around 48 square meters or 44 square meters, something like that, and it's 2 floors, and we can take a look around. This unit is what you call a loft unit. Got a full-size bed. It's not a queen size or king size, so it's a little bit small. And the bathroom, second bathroom here on the second floor. Turn on the light. So that's a typical Filipino shower head and Western style toilet with the Filipino style hose, which I actually have gotten to like very much. And there's also a view here from the second floor. The main thing that I don't like about Eaton Parkway apartments is that it's a split level. Some guys, they love it, looks kind of attractive with 2 levels, high ceiling, etc. But what happens is the aircon is located on the first floor, and it cools the first level very well, and then the top level gets very hot. So while you're sleeping at night, even with the aircon running, you will feel hot. And of course, being split level, you do need to walk more than if the apartment was just on one level. Next up is Jazz Residences. It's a fairly new apartment complex with more than 4,000 units, and it's located next to a cemetery in Makati. It's a little bit out of the way. You kind of need a taxi or transportation to go anywhere, but it's very nice. It's got a supermarket in the first floor and a bunch of restaurants, and it probably has one of the best swimming pools that I've ever seen. It's very large, and you can go jogging around the edge of the park area where they have the pool. And in all, it's a very nice building. They got super high internet speed in all the rooms if it's has the subscription to turned on for the high speed. So it's a very good place to live, but the only drawback, as I've already mentioned, is you need transportation to get from this building complex to some of the other more interesting sites and shopping malls in Makati. So we are here in Jazz Residences in Makati. This is the elevators. They have 6 of them or so. I think one of them is a service elevator. And the unit that I've rented is $28 a night. So there's a long hallway here. And the unit has a split level aircon, which I really like. You'll see it in a second here. And here is the unit, 3634, and there's a little kitchen area here, and there's a nice little, this is a studio apartment, and it's I think 28 square meters or something, and there's a little computer desk there. Has 15 megabits internet, which is really fast. I don't use the TV here. It's got a refrigerator, microwave, and the big plus here, besides the fast internet, is the split level aircon. That's the one that I really like. It's whisper quiet and actually cools really efficiently. And then this is a queen size bed, and there's a closet here, so it's a little bit on the small side because it's a studio apartment. And then we got the little balcony here. I'm not sure what that's good for, because I don't believe you can hang clothes here to dry. But the pool area you can see down below. It is absolutely fantastic. It's huge, and I go there every day for jogging. I haven't tried swimming yet. Balcony of Jazz Residence. It's a great location if you don't mind walking a little bit to all the restaurants and interesting shops. There are some shops and restaurants and a grocery store in the basement here in Jazz Residence, but it's not like a very huge selection of restaurants and shops. So it's a bit of a mixed blessing in terms of location. still prefer Legazpi Village. Has many more choices in restaurants. Here you got to walk quite a bit to Salsida Village. There's a little secret pathway, but that little secret pathway there, I'll show you in a minute, is quite handy. You can actually walk, not drive, but walk into Salsida Village. Is what you see in the distance there, the tall buildings there. That's Salsida Village. That's where they have the farmers market on the weekend.